Let's get more on this. And Dr. Seyed Mostafa Khoshcheshm is an Iranian affairs analyst and professor of news and media at the University of Tehran and joins us live from Tehran. Thanks so much for speaking to us on TRT World. Now, what has been the reaction from Iran on the British Foreign Secretary calling the capture of Stena Impero an act of state piracy and also calling for a European-led maritime protection force?
Hello, and thanks for having me. You know that these reciprocal moves that are happening here and in Britain or in Gibraltar, they could be viewed from two different perspectives. The first one is if this is the result of a court ruling, then and they claim that they have taken the Iranian ship into custody for the EU sanctions, which is not, by the way, a very powerful basis for legal argumentation, then Iran has a better and more powerful argumentation because the ship, the British tanker, has been violating international maritime rules and regulations according to the documents, and it was endangering other ships as it was moving in the wrong direction in the Strait of Hormuz. But some others might say this is a tit-for-tat move. Well, still, in that aspect also, Iran is entitled to reciprocal action by international law since, according to international law, as soon as a country is harmed by another nation through some illegal moves, then he can or it can reciprocate that in order to return the costs and harms to that nation. Okay. So Iran is by every means, entitled, and it believes that it should continue the same strategy and policy for future.
Okay, and just to quote Jeremy Hunt, he said under international law, Iran had no right to board that vessel. Now, I just want to ask you, Iran says it doesn't want confrontation with the UK, so why haven't the 23 crew members been freed?
Well, the same reason that they have not freed the Iranians. As a matter of fact, if Iran would not go for stopping the British and the Americans, these incidents would continue in future. You know, the British and Americans have gone on the offensive in order to somehow lay siege on Iranian oil tankers throughout the world. That's the plan. That's the real meaning, the hidden meaning of this Sentinel coalition that they are trying to establish. And Iran is trying to show that it's serious in defending its interests. Unfortunately, the British are on the offensive. They're going the wrong way. They are escalating the situation for the sake of the United States policies. And these are the British people that are paying the costs for the United States bullying policies, as well as a goal in the region that's spreading its hegemony in the Strait of Hormuz that's under the Iranian control and management according to international rules and regulations. The best the British could do was the best chance that they had last Thursday to release the Iranian tanker and let them have good hopes that Iran would also study the case of Stena Impero through a positive outlook. They could try good intention rather than, using the language of force. That doesn't seem to be very much a possibility considering the acknowledgments made by senior defense secretary officials in London who have been stressing that they and their Royal Navy cannot protect all their ships throughout the world. So they'd better, get back to rationality and release the Iranian tanker.
All right, we'll have to leave it there. Dr. Seyed Mostafa Khoshcheshm, a pleasure to get the perspective from Tehran.